attack for 2 here with Thalia.
And we do see a Jitte in Ross's hands. It's going to be tricky for him to ever actually connect with it, but if he does, that's like, I mean, that's his primary road to victory.
We're going to see a Green Sun Zenith for 0.
This is going to find Dryad Arbor.
We see Patrick saying, alright, Grimlovomancer, target your mom. We gotta get this thing out of here finally, or at least try to. The question, of course, is he going to get 2 cards in the graveyard? Because, again, Thalia's going to make it difficult to play spells, so it's going to likely have to involve a fetch land.
Man, these Flame Rifts are tough. So if he doesn't have a 1-mana burn spell, he's not going to be able to kill the mother this turn.
We're going to see Searing Blaze, 1 and 1.
Alright, so he does have an answer for the mother. It's 3 and 3.
Yeah, 3 and 3.
Now Lavamancer getting in there for 1? Oh no, he can't. Dryad Arbor. Yep.
Be interesting to see if he did attack with it, if he would consider trading.
Oh, I think Ross would snap block.
I mean, looking at Ross's hand, he didn't have a 3rd land going into his draw step.
Yeah, but that Lavamancer is such a liability. I mean, the Lavamancer could just kill the Dryad Arbor next turn anyway.
Yeah. And we're going to see Knight of the Reliquary.
But Mono Red Burn is a cruel, cruel mistress.
He's going to have to figure out his way around this situation. Not knowing, of course, that Ross does have an Umezawa's Jitte in his hand. In his hand. So things are going to be getting pretty difficult for Patrick here.
Yeah, because I mean, most likely, he's going to end up in a position where he gets hit by the Jitte. You know, if he gets hit by a Jitte this turn, there's no coming back from that for him.
Yeah.
Alright, shoots the Thalia.
We'll see a land come down, and we're going to see a Sulfuric Vortex. Okay.
So he kept in both Sulfuric Vortex and Flame Rift. I'd be interested to know what he cut. Probably the Goblin Guides, then, isn't it? See, I still think the Goblin Guide would have been better in this position than some amount of this Flame Rift Sulfuric Vortex thing. You got to respect the Maverick beatdown a little bit. But I don't know. I mean, Patrick Sullivan is obviously the Red Mage Master. Knight of the Reliquary, almost surely going to connect here. And the nice thing is, he's got Wasteland, so he can actually threaten to make the Knight a 6/6. Even if he... Oh, is he not going to put the Jitte down?
A little surprised by that, as we see Inthos 1 Canonist here.
What could go wrong? I mean, he can't gain life, of course, but he can still shoot that Lavamancer.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe the Pride Mage just makes it a better clock.
Canonist playing a very interesting role. Not being able to play, again, basically the Thalia role. Can't play 2 spells in 1 turn.
It's interesting. If Patrick Price of Progresses, Ross will use his Wasteland and not have the mana to use the Pride Mage this turn, and not have enough mana to activate the Jitte next turn, most likely.
That is interesting.
Yeah. And without Thalia in play, Patrick can actually play a little bit, could potentially chain together a few, both a Price of Progress, a Chain Lightning, and a Grim Lavamancer activation.
Yep. Let's see what he's going to do here. Alright. So we're going to go after the Canonist. Okay.
He's got to hit the Canonist first so that he can actually chain all these things together in 1 turn.
Yep.
This is probably one of those situations where Patrick's just looking to see, alright, the only way I'm going to win is if my opponent makes a mistake. How can I lead the game in a spot where there's even a mistake for him to make?
Sure.
Maybe he needs to not Price of Progress and count on the Pride Mage hitting the Sulfuric Vortex. I don't know.
Let's see what happens. Flame Rift.
Gutsy. I like that.
Always gutsy.
Patrick Sullivan is nothing if not gutsy.
And he's going to pass back.
Oh my god, if he taps out to... Oh! Wow! Patrick
Flame Rift Fire.
Oh my god! Unbelievable. Unbelievable. That is how you play a red deck.
Oh my god.
And that's the match. Unbelievable. Ross cannot believe what just happened to him.
Patrick Sullivan.
That is how you play a red deck. My god.
Leading him. Oh
Jeez.
my goodness.
We're gonna need that. We're gonna need to get the tape on that one.
Put some stank on
Seriously, what we need, like this game, Patrick Sullivan should just have an article that is a replay of that game. Like, you want to learn how to play a red deck? Study that game. Watch that game once a day so you know how to play a red deck.
That is literally perfect use of
Ross is broken.
perfect use of his resources, and he ends both games with Who's G in his hand. Never gets a counter on it either game.
Unbelievable.
That game, electing not even to cast Who's G and looking at how he laid out his, like that turn, it makes sense, right? Like either Storm Canoness, Pride Mage, I have Wasteland available to blow up my own lands. I have Pride Mage available to blow up his Sulfuric Vortex. Like it makes sense why he wouldn't play the Jeet that turn. And then he just dies that turn.